Hey, it's Vic Ferrari. First off, right off the bat, welcome to my garage. Hope you're having a great day. I apologize that I'm not wearing a shirt, and that's pretty scary, but it is 126 degrees in my garage. So, right up front, I apologize for scaring you and making your eyes go bad. Let's get on with the video. Hey, welcome back to Vic Ferrari's garage. So what I did a few minutes ago was added a lift to my garage, or a lift point. I'll show you that. So I'm lifting the Ecotech 2.2, weighs 306 pounds per the GM weight rating in Wikipedia. So, you know, take that for what it is. I wanted to show you what I do to lift them up. I am not in any way saying that this is what you should do. You test your roof, you figure out the construction of it and stuff like that, and then you make your own decision. So this is just what I'm doing. So I have this rack right here. It's mounted to my rafter here and here, there and there. And this rack, I lift 800 pounds worth of equipment and water up out of this truck. So this has a frame, goes underneath the whole thing. I'll show it to you here. There's part of it. Oh yeah, did I tell you this is my trash can? So here's the frame, goes all the way under, comes all the way down here, goes around. So I just hook those cables here on these bolts, and then I hit the winch and it pulls all of this equipment out of my truck bed in like 12 seconds. So all this stuff together with a 250-pound tank of water weighs 800 pounds, and it doesn't sag, doesn't crack my drywall. I've been doing it for years on a weekly basis. The other thing, I have this water heater safety pole that used to block my truck, so I cut that off. Eventually I'm going to go to that tankless heater up here, so not really concerned about it, and I know how to drive. Obviously my wife doesn't. But now I use this hole in the post-tension floor that used to be there. It's actually steel pipe still, okay? I just cut it off, and it left us open, and I ground out some of the concrete because the post-tension squeezes the pipe, not the inside. Now I put a pole in here that holds my engine stand, and then I can work here, and to winch my engine onto it, I use this moved over to that hole or that one, and that has a chain that goes up and wraps around the rafter, just like that. So let me go up in the attic here. We'll show you how I made it more sturdy. Uh-oh, gotta turn the light on. Be right back. All right, I'm back. That was fast. So I got this piece of wood goes here. It's screwed in, and that drops the weight down to there, or helps support it on the upper rafter. I would have preferred to have got to that one, but that'll do. I spread the weight out with this 4x4 across the rafter. My ladder's not in the perfect spot. There we go. So right in here, I made an 1/8 inch groove in this wood so that the weight will sit on that rafter, and it will sit on this rafter, and it'll pull down on the wood and then touch this rafter. That way I get more weight spread across before it hits that one. So therefore I'm supporting on 3 rafters and pulling on that other board going up. So now, as you can see over there, this rafter sits on the bottom or the top plate of the wall. If yours does not, I would not advise this. But I've also got a piece of wood here and another one back there that helps support the 800 pounds. And then this rafter here, I don't even support it because I'm so close to the top plate over there that it can hold the 300 to maybe even 500 pounds of engine weight. So now you got guys that'll say, oh, I can't hold that. These are designed only for holding the drywall. And if that's the case, how is it that you guys can get up here with your buddy and fix an air conditioning unit, or I can get up here with two of my guys and remove a beehive, and all three of us are standing on this? That's over 600 pounds right there, 246. And, you know, so if you want to test out, get up in your attic, stand on this. If it's comfortable and you don't have any concerns, invite your fat girlfriend up. And if she can stand on it with you, it can hold an engine. All right? So, Vic Ferrari in a 126 degree attic. I hope that gives you some ideas. I do not recommend you do it. I'm just saying that's what I do. And I did test this out with a couple of big guys. I didn't invite my wife up. And we'll leave that at that. So, some days makes you wonder what's going on in Vic Ferrari's brain. I hope that helps you guys out in maybe lifting your engines, you know, transmissions, whatever you need to pick up in the air. So do me a favor. I see a lot of videos, people are not hitting like. They just watch the video, they don't hit like. And hitting like and putting a comment are great. It's what helps us feel that we made a video that was worth the time and effort that we put into making it. And we put a lot of time and effort into these videos. So the other thing is, if you want your right to ride a dune buggy, I'd advise you to look at a few things. If you look at any red state, you can ride these. You can ride side by sides on the street. There's not a single blue state that allows it. They don't allow a lot of things. Guns, can't protect yourself. And I don't know if you noticed, but we've set record sales in guns in history in the last 3 months. That kind of tells you something. People are afraid. With all these riots and stuff going on, they want to protect themselves, and the liberals want to take that away from you. Just literally look up Joe Biden's gun stuff, and he just blatantly scares the hell out of everybody. All of them do. So anyway, with that said, don't renounce your white ship because you don't have any. That is a trick right out of a book called White Fragility. I suggest you look that book up, and it's all about, the whole book is about this lady renouncing her whiteness because she's a racist and she can't deal with it, so she's trying to claim she's not, and she's trying to turn the whole world on its head. And then the people who are trying to gain power in this world are using it as a tool against the blacks, against the whites, against the Hispanics, against the Asians. They're using it against everybody in America to get socialism in place. And it's called, the tool they're using is called Marxism. So if you're not studied up on politics and stuff, don't. But if you're not studied up on Marxism, white fragility, critical race theory, critical thinking in some ways is good, but the way it's being taught in our schools, especially our law schools, but now in the 6th grade and up, the critical race theory is horrible. The white fragility book is now being taught. It's not good stuff, people. I'm sorry that I'm talking a little bit of politics here, but our children are going to end up, pardon my words, but they're going to end up fucked, okay? White fragility and critical race theory say that, well, it's the new term. It's actually not in those books, but the new term is trans black. And it is being educated in the schools. The teachers that are white are required to take this course. The teachers that are black are not required to take it. And the teachers that are white don't have to take it if they consider themselves trans black, because that's when you kneel and you admit that you're black inside, as if you're transgender and you believe you're a woman or you believe you're a man, but you're not. And so now it's trans black. You're white, but you have to believe you're black inside. And I just believe we're all human and color doesn't matter to me. Don't really give a shit about it, but I don't want my daughter being taught crap that fucks her brain up. So I hope you guys don't want your kids being taught that. Please get involved in your PTAs and go to the school district meetings and start fighting this white fragility, critical race theory. Start fighting that shit, because it's fucking up our kids. If you look at who's doing all this rioting and why they're doing it, it's not for Black Lives Matter. These kids are fucked up inside, okay? The black people are actually pissed over this Black Lives Matter stuff on the majority part, all right? Hollywood, the NBA, all them, they're all crashing because they're supporting this shit. Go watch movies like Sylvester Stallone's Demolition Man. That was done in the 90s, and Sylvester Stallone was pointing out what they're doing to society, and in the end, of course, the liberalism gets kicked out. So anyway, sorry to go down that road, but god damn it, somebody needs to. If you want your rights to do stuff, if you don't want to be in a poverty country, I mean, I got a message for black people that live in places like Baltimore, Chicago, Illinois, Minneapolis. You're not the problem. You're voting for Democrats who promised you shit for the last 50 to 70 years that they've been in charge. And if you look back, that's all you've had in charge of your areas is Democrats. And your areas are down to poverty level with boards on the windows, murders in the streets every day, people defecating on your sidewalks, sleeping in tents, having drug needles laying everywhere. Go look at the Republican states. We don't have that shit. Just because you're black does not mean you have to vote for Democrats who just use you. And that's all they've been doing. Joe Biden constantly points out that he's a fucking jerk to blacks. I mean, he says shit all the time that points it out. You know, I feel bad because they make black people feel that they're required to vote liberal or Democrat, and you're not. Vote for your freedom. Vote for capitalism. Get some businesses back in your areas. Get some money back in your areas. Get some freedom back in your areas. Get the right to own firearms and protect yourselves so the criminals stop feeling like they have an advantage. Get rid of your district attorneys who are Democrat liberals who are letting these criminals go so that they can go back into your society and fuck you guys up, and keep you scared, keep you pinned down. Because the longer they keep you scared and pinned down with like this COVID crap and all these lockdowns, it's a control factor. They're just getting control. And when they're done using you as a tool to get that control is called socialism. When they get it, they're gonna shit on you worse than they ever have. Stop letting them, okay? You have a very beautiful lady running for Senate out there in Baltimore. Check her out. She's got a video that's gone viral. She wears a red dress and red high heels, walks around Baltimore, points out how you guys are getting screwed by the Democrats. Man, go check her out. She's a beautiful black woman, okay? So if I was a racist, supposedly I'm born that way and I can't get rid of it. If I was a racist, There ain't no way I would like that black lady, and I hate to say it, but she's hot. She's a nice looking lady, and sounds very intelligent. So anyway, hey, Vic Ferrari, you want freedom. I didn't say the guy's great. I just said vote conservative. I didn't say vote Republican, because a lot of those are dirtbag guys too. Pretty much everybody in the House and Senate needs to go. They've been there too long, they're corrupt. But you don't have a choice. If you vote Biden, you just bought the whole Democrat liberal mindset. Vote red, keep your freedom. You know, let me point something out. Everybody loved Trump in the 80s. Everybody loved Trump in the 90s when he was doing the Miss America pageant, and when he was a millionaire and he was helping everybody out with his money and building and growing these cities with his businesses. In the 2000s, he had that show called, shoot, I can't think of the show name, but he would fire people all the time on it, you know, and everybody loved that reality show. But now he stepped into the political arena, he became president, and holy cow, the people who used to absolutely adore and love him, the Democrat liberals, thought he was a great guy. All of a sudden, he's not doing what they want. So now he's a homophobic, a racist, a bigot, narcissist, what else? Xenophobic. I mean, there's nothing this guy isn't. He's just a horrible devil from Satan's closet as far as the liberals are concerned. And why is that? Because he's not for socialism. So they got to destroy him. You know, all I can tell you, you want freedom, you want to ride a dune buggy, you want to own a gun, you want to walk down the street and feel you're safe, you want your communities to get better, stop voting Democrat. The liberals are only out for power, and when they get done using you to get it, they will kill you too. Okay? Just look at Hitler. He did the same shit. Have a great day. Sorry for bitching. Somebody's got to do it. Big Ferrari, out.